Hello everybody, welcome to Valleybrook Country Club, where we're going to be talking about short game today, a very important aspect of your game. Short game is important because it can change your round, it can change your score by eliminating those big mistakes, eliminating the double and triple bogeys, and getting you down to par, bogey, maybe even birdie if you chip in. So I'm just going to hit one here just to show you live action. Okay, so a couple things to think about. Number one, landing zone. Never just aim at the pin when you're chipping around the green. Always find a spot that you want your ball to land. And you can do this by looking at a spot on the green and picking a circumference. And the circumference size should differ depending on your skill level. So if you're a beginner and you just started picking up the game, have a larger landing zone so you're not putting pressure on yourself. Number two, once you have established your landing zone, learn how to read a green by figuring out which way the ball is going to roll. That's going to judge where your landing zone is going to be. So, what if my landing zone is there? It's a little too far, right? Still good. Change it shorter and left. So my adjustment gave me a better result. So, depending on where you make your landing zone and you learn how to read a green from chipping the ball, you start to realize that chipping is half chipping and half putting, because once the ball lands on the green, it starts rolling. It's basically acting like a putt. Okay, and the second thing we'll talk about is ball position. Ball position is very important as well, because it will get your ball to go either high if it's in the front of your stance or low if it's in the back of your stance. Make sure I'm still recording here, and I am. I hate that I have to do that. Now with ball position, if it's in the back of your stance, the play here is to lean your shaft forward so your right and left hand are on your left hip. This is for right-handed golfers. Or your left and right hand on your right hip if you're a lefty. But either way, you're generating lean on the shaft and you're standing your club face upwards. It's not a huge loft. You're decreasing the loft so you're hitting it lower. And you're also, when you make contact with it, you're covering the ball to hit that ball first to create that compression, pressing the ball against the club head to get the spin that you so desire. So that's your ball position. Now in terms of your feet, get your feet pretty close together, almost like a putt. So here, as you can see, I'm still sitting hands over my left thigh, but the ball is in the front. And then I just shift to the back, the front, and the back. You establish that shaft lean in order to get the spin. So now I'll hit two, one from the front and one from the rear of my stance. Front of my stance. So went up a little bit, right? Just about maybe 3 feet up in the air. And I put it to the back of my stance. A little lower, right? Still almost the same rollout. Something also to think about in your short game is just feel soft. Like we talked about with full swing yesterday. Feel soft over the ball. Feel like your shoulders are relaxed. You're closer to the ball. You're standing up a little bit higher. You're not so much squatted over the ball. You're just standing up very casually over the ball, and just relax your hands, your arms, your shoulders, everything. And swing with your chest. So you don't want to be swinging independently with your arms. Just let your chest rotate and carry your arms. It's hard to stop your center mass than it is your arms. So if I have a very, very delicate chip, like this chip I think is pretty delicate. If I have a very delicate chip, if I just concentrate on moving my chest, it's easier for me to hit a delicate chip like that than having to hit with my arms, because now I'm taking into account my arm movement. And if my arm movement is off even a little bit, I get tight. If I get nervous, my arms tend to get tight, and your grip tends to get tight when you're nervous over a shot. So more than likely you're going to miss, or you're going to miss hit it. So that eliminates a lot of the struggles around the greens, is figuring out your landing zone, your ball position, getting that shaft lean, feeling relaxed, and swinging with your core, your chest, and your, I don't know, your center mass, your trunk, if you will. And it's basically like a longer putt. I don't know if I said this before, but chipping is half chipping and half putting. You're chipping it, and once the ball's on the green and it's rolling, it's basically like your putting ball. So the better you get around the greens, the less you're going to have a blow-up hole. You may miss the green 17 out of 18 times on a round as you start. But if you have a good short game, it takes the pressure off of your approach shots, which tends to do better for your game. And if you miss the green, if you happen to miss the green, you still are safe, where you have the opportunity to save par because you chipped it close enough to the hole. Now, I'm going to do something in a little bit that I used to do all the time to practice my short game. But lastly, have fun. Short game is all about touch. It's all about art. It's not about like mechanical feels and mechanical thoughts. Don't go out there around the green thinking about your mechanics. It's all about feel, creating a shot in your mind, painting that image, and then executing it when you're around the greens. That's the key to good short game. I'm gonna go to that other one. Ooh, almost in. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep playing. I'll try to do more videos and break down a little bit more about my feels when I'm around the green. Play well.